Hey, what's up? Look, I want to say something, man. All of this relationship stuff going on online, I gotta say that men talking about women and women talking about men, honestly, you're gonna have to forgive me for this, but I gotta say it. It's easy to listen to these women complain and gripe and have no accountability and put everything on men. It's easy to get caught up in that because yeah, that's out of pocket. But then again, I start listening to these dudes talking. I kind of start feeling like y'all females myself. Y'all do act like females. These women are doing this and these women are doing that and these women are this. So what, man? What does that got to do with you? Dude? It's like you can't leave a chick. You never left a chick. You should try it. It's very liberating. I'm just saying. You know, and these women are doing this and these women are plotting and scheming. And if you ask them to marry you, then they're plotting. Like, why are you asking them to marry you? Like, what the hell? Why are you still trying to have a 1972 perspective in life in 2023? Complaining, just complaining. And then they do this and they do that and they talk like this. And she wants a high value man. And should a man have to pay for everything? Like, what the hell is going on, bro? I understand having some valuable, relevant discussions that need to be addressed and brought to the table. But this constant, incessant whining, it's like, man, dude, I am not tripping off what no woman is doing or nothing, bro, or talking about or none of that. I guess there was a time I did get caught up looking at that stuff, but and then you move on. You know, you grow up and you start to get it. All right, this is America. This is the West. This is the thought process of the women in the West. Okay, now what are you gonna do? I'm gonna whine for 5 years. Like, man, wait, like, hold on, man. I'm just saying. I just saw this video where some guy made his girl steak, potatoes, and green beans or something. Looked pretty good. And she's complaining. You said you was gonna take me to some restaurant or something like that, and you're like, no, we're gonna go there another time. We went out last week, and he was like, don't you like what I made you? And she's like, no, it looks dusty and crusty, and he's posting it, and of course, so everybody starts going in. She's ungrateful. She's this. She's that. And I'm like, wait a minute. I think she's treating him like the simp he is. What's wrong with that? We can't all be solid. We can't all be strong. We can't all be that. You know, she's treating him like what he is. What's wrong with that? No, she ain't gonna treat me like that because I'm not him. I would never do none of them things. And then he posted online for sympathy. Should he get sympathy? I mean, at this point, should men still be getting sympathy? Have you adjusted your perspective yet? Have you adjusted your perspective on how you should move forward from this point? Or are you still stuck in, I'm mad? What are you, MGTOW or some shit? Like, dude, do you accept the way the world is now? Do you understand it? Are you familiar with it? Okay, now that you're familiar with it, has that changed the way you move, changed the way you think, changed the way you talk, your appearance, anything? It hasn't changed nothing? Then you don't get any sympathy from me. That's what information does. Information is supposed to change the way you move. If I gave you financial information, it's supposed to change the way you do finances or maybe consider another financial possibility. If you get all of this information about women and you still asking chicks to marry you and you making dinner and tricking and all that, bro, you're not getting no sympathy from me. I say that's how you get treated, bro. It's not you that's getting treated like that. Every man who acts like that gets treated like that. At what point do you start to wake up? I'm just saying, at what point do you start to grow up and start to change your perspective and start arriving at different destinations instead of repeating the same cycles over and over again and wanting some woman to appreciate your symptom? Nobody, no woman is ever going to appreciate your symptom. It dries up vaginal walls, bro. Okay, but you can't be strong because you don't know how to do that. All right. The first thing I'll tell you is have a personal relationship with God. You need a prayer life. A personal relationship with God will never make you weaker, it'll make you stronger. Religion makes you weaker, not a personal relationship with God. A personal relationship with God and asking Him for guidance in the decisions that you make, He wouldn't even allow you to pick a woman like that. I don't know, man. It sounds like a lot of whining, kind of like what women did to us for like 40 years. Black men ain't this, black men ain't that, he this, he that. It's like, okay, now it's going the other way like we're doing it. It's weird, man. Women do what you allow them to do. You teach a woman how to treat you. It's really simple. You treat a woman how to treat you. And if you're being a solid man to her and she's not being reciprocal with that and being a solid woman to you, then why are you still with her? You've never left anybody. I think some of you have never left a woman in your life. You never broke up with anybody. You never walked away from anybody. You never told anybody, you know what, it's over. This is not working. I don't think you've ever done it. I think you all wait for them to leave you. And since it's inevitable, why don't you just do it first? It's very liberating. I'm just saying. It's very liberating to leave somebody. Why do you think women are so addicted to leaving you? It's empowering. It's very liberating. You should try it. Seriously, 100. With all of this whining online, complaining, pointing out the stupid things that they're saying and the attitudes they take, most of the attitudes that women take are because of weak men who sit and listen to it. Then we have panels. You have panels that, like, I see the Fresh and Fit stuff where you have panels of like 5 very young strippers or little thought pockets or whatever sitting around. And you know they're not very bright. And so you just bound them and you just bash them and hound them. Like, what is this? It's very weird. It's a very strange time for men and women, but I'm starting to kind of understand the female perspective of this a little bit more. You guys are kind of feminine and emotional. Serious. Whining is never the way we get what we want. Whining has never been a man's forte. That's a woman's forte. That's a child's forte. How do men get what we want? We just go get it. Right? We just go get it. It's not, we don't whine about it. If you want something, go get it. If you don't like the way you're being treated, then you leave. Whining and staying, like, what is this? It's very weird, bro. I'm just saying, somebody got to say it. Because I think we've got to a certain point to where it's time to move on. All right? When Kevin Samuels was very big, and even before him, there was MGTOW, and there was the Black Manosphere and Ibmore and all of these people. That's very cool. Some things needed to be brought to light and discussed. But how long are we supposed to discuss it for? Seriously. It's getting pretty goofy at this point. It's like, if you can't change the way you do things, please, stop whining. Stop whining. It just, I don't know. It's making things worse. All right? Because the more you whine, the more you're showing concern for something you shouldn't be concerned about at all. Is that making any sense? You're showing concern for things you shouldn't be concerned about at all. I'm not concerned about disrespectful women. She's disrespectful. She ain't gonna disrespect me. If she's not in a relationship with me, she wouldn't last a day. Why are you so concerned about her disrespect if you're not with her? I'm just saying. It's getting weird, bro. Somebody got to say something. Juan.